Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, guys, how's it going? So, yeah, nice sunny day again. Well, getting there. Freaking cold though. So, it's barely even above freaking 50 degrees right now. That stupid wind blowing around. So, once again, gotta have freaking wind. So, just got done checking up on the cow and opened up the shop for today. I gotta be in there doing stuff. So, but I did get this in the mail back on 9/30. You know, 2024, obviously. So, yeah. So these goofballs have officially returned to, you know, to me. Welcome back to my life, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. They didn't even. It's funny because they don't even put my name on it, but it did cross out the address, but apparently it didn't do very good. So I don't give away my address to nosy pricks of the internet. You know, it's just people that seem to want to know where everybody's living at. It's like, mind your own biz. But yeah, the United States Census crap is back again. Which, I don't know. There's two of these. You have the census, this census, and then I think there's another one, the American census. Crap. Now this, what I got here, it's just like a, well, it's a waste of a tree. Let's just put it that way. But basically, it's kind of like a heads up. It's kind of it's just, I don't know, it's just a stinking heads up thing. So, yeah. So there's that. There's those freaking queers again. You know, of course I dated it because I want to keep track of how many days or weeks or whatever, you know, before they get angry at me, right? So this is just a message from the census crap. This is the American Community Survey, I guess. But nonetheless, I'm not gonna fill it out anyway. So basically, it says here your address has been randomly selected by the U.S. bullshitters to have part in the American Community Survey. Nobody cares. Condones this survey each year to give our communities an up-to-date picture of how we live. No, that's just the government being fucking nosy. Including housing, schooling, jobs, yada yada yada. And it says here they got a little list of what they do, or what's the point of this. Improving roadways, or improving roads and reducing traffic. Well, there's no way of really reducing traffic unless you plan on taking driver's licenses away from people that probably should not be driving. Building schools, which that has been in schooling has been fucked up for years. Can't even feed kids, you know, at school, you know. Planning for the health care needs of old people. Well, they get treated like shit anyway when they go to a freaking nursing home or whatever the hell it is, you know, because people don't want to work. people don't want to work with old people because old people, you know, especially the ones that lose memory and they freak out, you know. I gotta fly. Get out. Good. Nope, came back. So, but yeah, so, and then, freaking fly. Get out my freaking camera. How dare you? Yeah, that's just damn disrespectful. So it says here, your response is required by U.S. law. Well, nobody's ever been fined for it or thrown in fucking jail, so you can stop throwing that crap on our face. What else is here to read? Nothing really all that important. So it says here, yeah, so they want you to do it online, which would be, you know, better in a way. It is better if you think about it, because even they say it's better too. Because they can save taxpayers money, which they could just have done that for thousands of years anyway, but just fucking off. So, and then it says here, if you are unable to complete the survey online, we will send you a paper, you know, a paper hard copy, whatever, in a few weeks. I bet you a few weeks will be like a few days, because they're impatient with this stuff. Of course, anybody that fills this crap out, it's just they're, you know, in the head. So, of course, and if you have any questions, you know, for filling out the form or online, you can call their number, which I will not be doing. Robert L. Centennial, I don't know how you pronounce that last name, but his first name is Robert. So, probably a fake name, for all we know, right? So, of course, then here they have a little box that says respond now at whatever, census.gov. whatever. Log in with this user ID, and then of course they give you an ID number that you would type in. I guess that just proves that it was a real thing and not a fake or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna do this. Never mind the CB radio. I got a CB radio on this thing. That's how we talk back and forth. So I don't want to fill it out online. Here's the reasons to why I don't want to do it. I want them to mail me a hard copy or a paper copy. Now you guys are gonna be like, well, why do you want to do that? It's like, why don't you just fill it out online and then just save a tree? Okay, sure, I could do that, save a tree, you know, but in all reality, we're not saving trees anyway, you know. So, but the reason I want to do it through like the mail or a hard copy is because you have more control that way. If you do it online, you are basically forced to fill out every question, because there's really no way, as far as I'm aware of, to actually get around these questions. If you don't fill them out, then you can't move on to the next page if you do it online. See, whereas if you do a hard copy, well, that's what I call it, or a paper copy, you can fill out whatever questions you're comfortable with filling out, and then you can mail it back, right? You can mail it back. Of course, I don't think it'll cost me anything. I suppose maybe besides a stamp, I don't know, they might have a free stamp thing. I think usually companies do that. I think this one had it. Yeah. So, like, usually when you have to deal with a company, they'll pay for the stamp. Like, this is their stamp, obviously, but they'll have one that I can use in returns. I don't have to use my own personal stash, you know, but usually that's how it goes. Sometimes you have to use your own stamp. Okay, well, I can sacrifice a stamp and I ain't gonna cry about it, but I want to have more control over it, because then I can be like, I don't have to fill out all the questions, you know. And two, you know, like, there are some questions I'm okay with. Like, well, there's only like probably one that I'm okay with, and that's how many people are living in your house. And some people are going to disagree with me, and they're going to be like, well, they don't even need to know that. And to a certain degree, I can agree with you on that too. But that's their main thing, you know. Like, that's all they say. If you watch their videos on YouTube or their Facebook page, or if they have one, whatever. Get out. Thank you. So, you know, where's I going with this now? Yeah, so if you have control, like I said, you have more control of it. And if you fill out the number one question, which is always how many people are living in your house. Okay. Personally, I don't have a problem with them knowing that question. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm not happy about it, but I'm okay with it. But they ask a lot of other personal questions, you know, that is none of their, I mean, to me, like, to some people, you know, some of these questions can be kind of, you know, offensive or rude. I know that there are some people in this country that are not originally from here. They're from like other countries, like China and whatever and stuff like that. But when they get these things in the mail, their race is not on here. So they have to, well, that's what the other marking is for. You mark it as other, and then you would fill it in. But I think sometimes they don't have that option either. So I guess somehow, you know, people like that, they get a little bit frustrated, and then they're like, well, what do I do here, you know? So I just mark it as other, or just, you know, don't mark it as anything. Then if they don't have your race there, well, then fuck it, skip it. So but I think I did hear that they were gonna upgrade that. They were gonna change it, because now they realize there actually are more different races in this country. It's just not white people now, you know, there's others. So, but there are some questions that they've asked, either through the American one or the other census crap, which they're all kind of the same. This one, I believe, is every year, but it's like random, you know, like it's a small group of people that are selected every year. The other census crap, they are a bigger thing. Like, they take a bigger chunk, you know, so they want more people at one time. So they're pretty much the same. One just takes a bigger bite than the other, you know. So it's all bullshit, and at the end of the day, it's all crap and nobody likes it. So, but there are some people online, you can look it up on YouTube, and there are some interesting videos out there. Some I think have actually disappeared. I don't know whatever happened to them, but they were actually they were pretty good. So, but yeah, so I think that one person, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was a guy. He got that big thick form, no, which would be smaller than I think what they want here, but he filled out the number one question, which is how many people are living in your house. Okay, I think he had like 2. Okay, you know, him and his wife. So, and then everything else, every other page, he would just write in big letters with a permanent marker, I plead the fifth, which is, you know, like, I have the right to remain silent, or, you know, you don't want to give out private information because it's private for a reason. You know, if there's no such thing as private anymore, well then you might as well just strip us of all of our fucking rights, which is what's been trying to be done. But real Americans fight back, and government gives up because they're outnumbered anyway. That's what the government needs to understand, is they are outnumbered. We can easily overthrow everything. If we really wanted to, we could do it. So they can't arrest everybody. I mean, I guess they could try, but they're going to need a lot of jail cells. So, but yeah, it's just that's kind of what I want to do. That's why I'm kind of waiting for a hard copy to show up, and that's why another reason why I dated this, because I want to see how long it'll take to get a hard copy. If I actually get one, I should. We'll see, but they said in a few weeks. Well, a few weeks could be a couple of days, or it could be a couple of months. Who knows? But they ain't getting anything. I mean, besides that first question, they're not getting anything else. It's not going to happen, because they ask a lot of personal stuff. Like, there's a lot of personal stuff there that, I mean, what do you need to know it for? Like, it's mind-blowing. Like, I'm trying to even remember some of the questions, because I know some of them were freaking ridiculous. Like, they ask you, like, I don't know, there was something about your house, like how many bedrooms it is, or whatever the fuck. It's like, what does it matter? Like, at the end of the day, does it really matter? All you want to know is personal information. And I think there's even some questions in there where they want your credit card information, and I'm like, yeah, fuck you. You don't need that. So, and I remember too, number of years ago, I think I've said the story before, but to anybody new that's watching this video, ain't gonna know, but after we moved out of the old house on the farm, I moved more into town, because the house that we were living in currently, or at that time, it was going to cost more to fix it up than it was worth. So we decided just to go find a house in town to live in. So we did that, and then that's when the census creeps started creeping around, and it was pretty bad there for a while. But I know that they were going to go to the farm, and of course they'd park on the side of the road, like they were trying to see, if, like, because what they're doing is stalking. That's what it boils down to. They will literally sit there and stalk your place and see who's going to come home, who's going to walk around the property, so they can quickly speed in and then flag you down and ask you a bunch of questions. So, well, the dumbass me, I seen the bitch. It was a woman. She was sitting on the side of the road, and I just happened to come by, pulled into the farm driveway, which was a huge mistake. I should have just kept on going, and just doubled back around, or snuck in through like maybe through a back way or something, because you can do that. You can hop a fence, it ain't gonna matter. So, but I pulled in the driveway there, and here she comes, right, speeding down the road, like acting like there's no speed limit on that road, obviously, but you don't want to be doing 90 miles an hour on a gravel road. I don't think you're gonna go flying off a ditch so damn fast. You're off the road so fast, your car's gonna be done. So, but she come pulling in, asking a bunch of questions, like what do we plan on doing with the house? Yada yada yada. Even though nobody was going to live in it anymore, it's basically abandoned now at this point. The rats have moved in, so just it needs to be torn down. But so I didn't really want to give out too much information. Now, the one question they asked, like, it was kind of towards the end there. They wanted to know my cell phone number or my home phone number, whatever. Why? Why do you want to know that? You're never going to call me. You're just simply never going to call me. So it's like, why do you need it? Yeah, you want to put it on file, but what's the actual valid reasons to why you want to have it? You ain't calling me. So I just basically made it up an excuse and said that I don't even know my cell phone number. It's a brand new phone number. I haven't recognized, it's not melted into my brain yet, whatever. I just made up any excuse I could think of right on the fly to just dodge around that question. So I just do the same thing, to anybody else that's maybe watching my video at some point. So I would just, try to dodge around the questions or try to answer them incorrectly, like don't give them actual valid shit, So it's none of their damn business. It ain't. I don't know, like, and then some of those questions, they're kind of like, how much money you make a year and whatever else, and I don't see how that's any of your business, but okay. But there are, I know that everybody at some point has gotten at least one of these things in their lifetime. I think this is probably, well, if they send me the hard copy, that'll be my third one now, I think. Because I got one when we first moved into that house in town. They were harassing me there too. Like the very first time, we didn't really know much about this. It was all kind of new to us. So, of course, being idiots, we kind of filled out a lot of questions and stuff. And, well, I was actually a person at the time, so, like idiots, of course, we were giving them information the best that we could anyway. There was just some stuff, we didn't know off the top of our head, or we didn't have it in our hand. It's like, we're not going to carry our whole entire fucking private information log system in our back pocket. It's like, it don't work like that. The only thing that we are legally supposed to carry by law is our driver's license, maybe an ID card. If you have a driver's license, you don't need the ID card, and proof of insurance if you're driving. Like, that's all you need. That's all you legally need. You don't need anything else. So, but yeah, so, we answered the questions the best we could, and yada yada fucking yada, and okay, half an hour goes by, or an hour, or whatever, she disappears. All right, we didn't think nothing of it. We figured, okay, well, another 10 years, right? She'll come back in another 10 years. They were back like a month later, different person, of course. And this happened multiple times. I was like, it was like, what, the third or fourth freaking time? Of course, they would catch Mother out in the yard too when she was doing stuff there. But by then, we were all kind of just getting irritated with this. We started getting kind of angry, And then I think by the end of it, we finally just told, whoever it was, we just said, you know what, get the fuck out of here. We're done. Like, we answered your questions the first freaking two times. It's not my problem that you guys aren't getting it on file or on record or marking my address as already done. That ain't my problem. I already did my job, right? So, fuck off. But that really got on my nerves. And then the thing that topped it, and I have to talk about this every time these people come around. I have to keep saying this. Back when my sister used to live in the same town that I'm living in now, obviously, she had her own house for a while. It was literally like 2 blocks from my house. So I can easily keep an eye on her place. Now, she's not living there anymore. She lives down in the cities now. So she's got a couple kids and whatever else. So, but when she lived there at the time, she was at work, right? Okay. And I guess how I didn't really notice it, I don't know, because I think even at that time I was, my shop was a shop. It was a workshop. It wasn't really it's still a workshop now, but it's like a 50% workshop and 50% freaking storage building now. It's not that big, but how I didn't ever notice it, I don't know. But my sister said that she came home and from work, and she found one of these fucking creeps sleeping in their car, right? But in her driveway. They were parked in private property, sleeping, okay? Mind you, sleepy. Oh, was my sister ever freaking just irritated with that. Like, how dare you fucking do that? If you did that to me, I tell you what. Well, if my tractor wasn't broken, you'd know what I'd be fucking doing. But my tractor's broken right now, so I gotta pull the stinking PTO out on that and get that fixed. But yeah, if I ever caught you sleeping in my fucking driveway, I would go get my tractor, hook my big ass logging chain up to your car in the back of my tractor, and I'd drag your fucking ass out of my driveway. My driveway is not a fucking rest area. It's a goddamn private driveway meant for my vehicle to sit in, or another family member's vehicle to park in if they're coming to visit. It's not for you to go sleepy time in. Oh, I wish I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I wish this actually would happen to me, because I would videotape the shit out of this. I would. And it's so dumb too, because I know at that time when it happened to my sister, I was on YouTube, and somehow I didn't notice that, and I didn't think to obviously videotape it because I didn't even know nothing about it. So, oh my God, if you ever did that to me, boy, would you get it. You would be the biggest YouTube fucking star ever, because everybody would be laughing at your stupid ass. Not only that, I have cameras on my house 360 degrees, so I can see everything, and I have one pointing over my driveway to catch license plate numbers, anything that should happen in front of my driveway. So, like, if you oh yeah, and they record 24/7. They don't skip a beat. So if you're going to sleep in my driveway, you're damn right I'm going to videotape and put your stupid blasting ugly face all over fucking YouTube. I'm going to blast it everywhere, because you are a fucking laughing stock, even to this company. You're a laughing stock. Like, it's insane. But I don't know. That has to be the funniest thing I've heard in years. Is one of these people sleeping in my sister's driveway. It's fucking hilarious. It's mind blowing to know that you're willing to sleep in private property, never mind you, for however you're going to stay there for however long it takes. So if my sister was on vacation and she was gone for, let's say, 3 months, she took a 3-month vacation, right? You're going to sit in her driveway for 3 months to fucking wait to just answer some ridiculous questions? You're insane. You need to go see a fucking therapist, because you are, like, I understand working for this queer ass company, like, it's good money and whatever else, but there's a lot of people that are against this kind of stuff. You're never going to convince them otherwise. And just, I feel sorry for those that actually fall for this crap. Do your homework. I mean, if you're okay with answering the first question, have at it. But that's really all about that you're going to get from me. You're not going to get, how big my asshole is. You're not going to get how many craps a day I take. Like, seriously. Like, I'm surprised they haven't asked those kind of questions yet, because that's how ridiculous these questions are. They want to know every little detail of every minute of your freaking life. It's like, fuck off. I want to know what you're fucking doing then. I want you to, I'm going to make myself one of these fucking forms, okay? And I'm going to mail it to you. And I want you to fucking fill it out and be honest. Yeah, you're going to hate it too. It's like, just, F off. Like, like they always say, the number one question that they only truly care about is how many people are living in your house. Okay, well, can't you just mail me a fucking plastic postcard instead of half of a fucking tree that you had to murder? Like, a postcard is made out of plastic. And you don't need that, Mail me that, Like, that's it. That's all you should ever ask out of everybody. Doesn't matter if you're a man, woman, black, white, purple, pink. It doesn't matter if you're even a fucking alien. It doesn't matter. Some things are just meant to be private, And it's like, just mind your own damn business. Stay the hell out of it, So, well, what do you do, But yeah, I'm waiting for the. I'm not going to fill that out online. I'm not doing it. I don't have time. I am an active rancher. I don't have time for it. I have things in my shop that I'm working on. I have a cow that just calved a couple days ago, and I got to wash that. Got to make sure that it's sucking and doing this and doing that, and got to make sure it's not going to get sick. And then I don't know exactly when, but in a few days, I got a friend that's going to be showing up. He's going to start grabbing his hay bales. We already took our half, so he's going to come and get his half, I imagine, here pretty quick. So I got to help him with that, That takes time. So I don't have time. It doesn't matter if it's in a hard piece of paper or, hard copy or, online. There are just some people in this world that don't have time, and there's getting to be less and less time. So not just because we're getting older, it's because we're having to work harder to even just remotely pay our fucking bills, because everything is so stupidly expensive now. You gotta work 3 jobs just to keep your fucking gas tank full, which is ridiculous. So, and then if you have kids, well, forget it. You're working 24/7 just to make sure they have clothes and food to eat. So it ain't like it used to be, that's for goddamn sure. And this isn't making it any better. I don't think this is even helping one goddamn bit. Sitting there and saying this is how they improve shit. Well, I have been not seeing any improvement. Where's the improvement? Schools are being treated like shit. Teachers are getting underpaid. Kids can't even eat at school. Half of them have to bring lunch from home. Like when I went to school, that wasn't really a thing. Like, I mean, it's not like it was today, that's for damn sure. And I actually got to go to school, and I actually got to eat, school lunch. So it's just ridiculous, the crap we have to go through. So, but what do you do? But yeah, so I got a message, little thing there. So we'll see where that goes from here on out. We'll see if they send me a hard copy or not in the next few weeks. If not, well, I'm sure they will. I mean, this is going to get on their nerves. Kind of more or less, I would hope somebody would kind of show up too, but I don't know. I think they're trying to get away from that. Because they know how irritating it is. So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only way I would like it if somebody showed up, like if somebody did show up, is to see if they would actually sleep in my driveway. That would be hilarious. That right there would probably be the best video on fucking YouTube. At like 10 billion views, right? Like, that would be hilarious. But chances of that happening are probably pretty slim now. I think back then they didn't care as much, but maybe now they're maybe they put their standards up a little bit higher, you know, like maybe a little bit more respect. But I just thought it was hilarious, especially when my sister said that. Oh yeah, this bitch is sleeping in my driveway. I can't get in. I can't park my car in the garage. You should have just called me instead of waking the bitch up, because I would have come over and just pulled her ass right out. You know, would have been fucking hilarious. So, but yeah, so yeah, be on the lookout for those guys. Those census crap. This is the American one, I guess. Whatever. They're all the same. They're all a bunch of queers and losers. Waste our freaking time. You know, we only live on this earth for 70 fucking years. Doesn't matter. You know, like, we're fucked anyway. So this country's gonna eventually. This country's gonna just blow up, and then there's nobody here anymore. So, or it's gonna be overrun with aliens and illegals, because that's what's happening now. So I don't know. What are you gonna do? So, but yeah, let me know what you guys do with these stupid things. Do you guys actually waste your time, fill them out, or do you just throw them in the trash? Or what do you, or do you guys like do like maybe like little pranks or something? You know, like when I'm going to do, because I guess mine's not really a prank, but do you guys like to try to have fun with them? I guess that's what I'm saying, because I'm going to have fun with them. If I get a hard copy, it's going to be instant fun. So nothing they can do about it. It's not against the law to remain silent. So some of those questions they're not necessary. So that's why I got angry at Mother a couple of years ago, because she actually filled out one of those fucking things. And I told her to knock it off, or I was gonna knock her upside the head with it, because it's ridiculous. Sitting there filling out all that fucking private information. They can kiss my ass. So, but yeah, anyway, guys, yeah, let me know what you guys do with these things. If you guys fill them out, throw them in the trash, or do you guys, you know, try to have a little bit of fun with them? Let me know. Leave it down there in the comment section. I'd like to know. So if you guys have any ideas, I guess let me know too. I would love to hear them ideas, so to have fun with them. But yeah, so anyways, guys, I'm going to take off, so I guess I have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.